Everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do another layout, and it's just stuff that I grabbed from my stash, some old papers. I'll say the year of the papers, the ones that do say it, but they all are very, very old. And they're all Stampin' Up! Papers, I think. Well, some of them are Stampin' Up! Papers and some of them don't have the year. Like this one doesn't have the year, but I know that must be at least 8 or 10 years old. It was one of my favorite collection. It kind of has like an embossed line, which I love. This is Mustard Moon, which is like, they don't even exist anymore. And this was 2001. That was 16 years ago. So this is probably one of the first pattern papers that I got, which is just like a black, distressed black. This is also Stampin' Up, but I don't think there's any dates on it for all. Yes, it does say Stampin' Up, but there's no date. Now this one here is also Stampin' Up, and this one is 2007. That's what it looks like on that side. This is also Stampin' Up, and it must be older because it just says Stampin' Up. And I liked it for this because it has words on it, and I want to do what my goals are for 2017 for my reading goals. And I know I just did what I did in 2016, but I want to put out my goals right away, and I'll do one for scrapbooking too. But this I already taken the picture and everything, so I thought I'd get that one done. And this one is from Cop Design, which I don't even remember this scrapbooking company, and it's 2003. And it's just like a nice plaid with gray. So I think that's what I'm going to be using this time. There won't be as much journaling because I'm not making like a ton of goals for reading. But I did make some because I found last year I did read a lot of books. But I found like there's a lot of books that I wanted to read, and I was just kind of picking books. So anyway, we'll talk about what my sort of goals are. Last year my goal was to read 65 books and I read 76, so that was pretty good. This year I'm making my goal 80, and last time I did a whole bunch of letters and stuff and that kind of stuff. This one's going to be really, really simple, and I wasn't going to scrapbook, and you'll find out why in a little bit, but I'm just really not in the mood to sort of scrapbook. But I needed the distraction, and I probably won't be uploading for a little bit, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit why. But let's get this going. I think I'm just going to use one picture. I sort of took a picture of what I want to read in January, and that's one of the things that I want to do, is to have a TBR every month. And I'll show you what I did. I even went above and beyond that. I made a list. Ooh, it's gonna fall, something's gonna fall over here. I made a list of all the books I want to read in 2017 because I want to read 80, right? So I made a list. I went through all my books and on my Kindle and everything, and I'm up to 74, so I still have room to sort of grow and kind of decide on different books and stuff. And then I went and I started with January, and I wrote 7 books in each month because in order to complete it, I have to do at least 8 months of 7 books. So I want to start off good and not be rushed at the end. So I'm writing down everything. And the thing is if I have 7 books chosen, that's enough for me to choose which one to read next. I found my whole library of books was too much. This way I'm narrowing it down to, 7 books, and then I can just choose in between those, and I'm okay with that. Now I finished another book today, so now I started Heartless. So I have 7 books. As I read them, I tick them off, and then I counted how many pages there are, And then I got to divide it by the number of days. So I know, okay, well, in order to make that, you got to read X amount of pages per day. And of course, there's some days that I read more. So that's my number one goal, is to read 80 books. The second goal is to make TBRs. So this is my TBR for January. Tales from the Shadow Hunter Academy, Heartless, Snow Like Ashes, My Lady Jane, Bewitching, Ugly Love, and then I want to read at least one book on my Kindle every month. And this month I've already read Saving Sarah. So I've read that, Saving Sarah, and I've read Bewitching, and I just started Heartless, and we're only January 3rd. And I want to start 15 new series, and by doing what I did here with all my list, I made sure that there was at least 15 new series, and I want to complete 10 series that I started in 2016. And I started 22 series, and I only have 10 left that I didn't finish. So that'll mean I'll finish all the series that I started in 2016. And I want to make sure to read what I have on my shelf or on my Kindle instead of buying more books. And at least read one book from my Kindle. And like I said, try to complete... Oh, and then try to complete 10 of the new series that I start in 2017. So I don't want to just read book one or book two. I want to make sure that I finish at least 10 of the 15 that I start in 2017. And I'm pretty good with that because I like to know the end. I don't like to not know. So I've been pretty good. Like I said, I started 22 books last year. 22 series, not books, 22 series. And I've completed 12 of them. And I have 10 left. And out of the 10, it's like I only have like one book left to read or something like that. So it's not too bad. And actually today I finished one. So yay, tick. So now I'm down to 9. Because what I made sure that is in every month, I made sure that I tried to have a new series. So then I don't get at the end and I haven't reached my goals. So in like this month, the new series is Snow Like Ashes. Bewitching was finishing one of the series I started last year. Tales from Shadow Hunter Academy. That's also finishing a series from last year. So I finished 2 and I started 1. So, and then next month, the same thing. Night Study is to catch up or, finish a series. A Court of Mist and Fury is to catch up. And then Legend is a new series, and so is Ivory and Bone. So I made sure that I had a nice variety every month. And there's really no books that I was like, oh, that has to be first. I just kind of wrote a big list, and then I went through the list and kind of said, okay, make sure you have a thriller every month, or pretty much every month, a book from your Kindle, start a new series, try to finish a series, and try to get as many done like that. And then by the end of the year, to get my goal done. And last year, like it was a while before I went, wait a second, I started, 22 series, and a lot of them I wasn't finishing them, and I was starting new ones and new ones and new ones, and I was like, I'm going to get to a point that I'm not going to want to finish, so let's just get them done. So I did catch up on a lot of them, which was nice, because like I said, I don't like that, having stuff undone. I like stuff to be done. So, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just cutting pieces of pattern paper and seeing what I'm going to do with it after. No idea. What's on that side? I don't think I want green, because then you'll have green and red. It's going to look Christmassy, and that's the last thing I want, is for it to look Christmassy. So I found this sheet of pattern paper too that was just sitting on my desk because I'm still unpacking stuff. So I think I'd like to use that because it looks like a book. It says summer afternoon. So I think I'd want, because those are kind of both neutral. I'll cut those down or rip them off, only because I'm lazy. So while I'm just doing the page, I said I didn't feel like scrapbooking. It's been kind of, 2016 has been kind of a rough, it's been a happy year in a lot of ways, but it's been a stressful year in a lot of other ways. And 2017 looks like it's not going to be any different. My husband's mother, which if you remember the last video, I said that everybody was coming over and we were celebrating her 92nd birthday. And we did, and we had 32 people here, and it was awesome. But this past Saturday, she had a massive stroke. So now she's in palliative care and there's nothing that they can do. And so it's just a matter of time. So I was there this afternoon and I came home and my husband went back. And I was reading, and I've been off since the 1st and today's the 3rd. Just did not feel like coming to scrapbook at all. I had lots of time. I read 2 books instead, just because it seemed to, I don't know, occupy my brain better than scrapbooking did. But I thought I would try to get this layout done with my goals. And just to let you know, if you don't see me around for a bit, a couple weeks, that's going to be why. So they say she's never regained consciousness. So she's not eating, she's not drinking. So it's just a matter of time. Okay, so I'm gonna make this so it looks like little banners. I'm gonna keep that there, and I might just put my title right there. This is gonna be super quick, easy layout. I don't know if I want to put something at the top or the bottom, or maybe I'll do another, I don't know. Let's just, I don't even know where this paper comes from. Like I said, it was just sitting on my desk waiting for me to put it away. And as I was grabbing papers, my paper thing seems to be working, because what I did was I divided, not done, but I dividing my paper by color. So tonight I was like, okay, I think I'd like to, okay, what's going on? I think I'd like to scrapbook like gray and red. And I was able to go in my pile of neutrals, and I grabbed, this gray pattern paper. Oops. And then I went into my red pile and grabbed some red pattern paper, so that worked out good. I think I'm going to put the title right there with the photo, just goals 2017, super. And then down here, I'll just write down my goals, what they are. This is probably going to be like a 20-minute layout. And like I said, I want to do one for my scrapbooking one too, like a video. of my goals for scrapbook, but that'll probably just be, I don't know, next week or something. Okay. I think I might do a little cluster down here. I like using frames for that. I just took a bunch of embellishments, and this says week 1, so I thought that'd be kind of cool because this week is week 1, and I'm kind of making, you know, my goals on week 1. I've already put my goal on Goodreads. Of 80 books, and then the rest, it's just, like I said, it's just to try to break it down for myself so I can easily achieve the goals and make it so that I don't like taking 20 minutes, half an hour to choose a book. So I find that having that list done, it's actually, I don't find it limiting. I find it helps. It makes it so I can I'd like to put Hello 2017 or Goals 2017, but I don't know. And this is what I'm going to use for my letters. They're nice and straight letters. And another thing, I've got a lot of emails and Facebook PMs and all that asking me, you know, how I was doing, and that you guys knew that I was going for a cardiac test, and the results came back on Friday, and everything's good. So I don't know what caused it to do that, but they said I don't have a cardiac disease, which is awesome. And for my daughter, she already got her appointment with the specialist, which is on Thursday. So we didn't have to wait a long time for that, which is good. So, there. So I'm just going to put that right there and see how it goes beyond. I'll just make sure that the title ends where the photo ends. So I'll just squish this over a little bit. So Goals 2017, I like this, Hello Love. And I'm going to do a couple cluster here, and I think I might do a cluster down here. I think just to, like I said, this is going to be a super, super quick layout. I just thought I'd do a quick one, and then I'm going to go read some more. I just started reading Heartless from Marissa Meyer. I just finished a book like half an hour ago, and I picked up another one right away. But then I thought, oh, I'll go scrapbook for a little bit. And so I'll keep reading the new book that I chose, Heartless. I kind of like having the TBR. I don't, because I spent a lot of time, like one day, and I just wrote it all down, and then I was like, okay, trying to, you know, I really want to start this this series, and then I kind of went with that, and then I made sure that there was at least one book that was from the Kindle. in order to achieve the 80 books this year. And I managed to get 76 pages done last year, which is so, I mean, it's awesome. It's a lot, but it's so little compared to what I got done the year before. The year before, well, actually, I probably did 75, and then I did a couple of classes, so about 18. So it's probably over 100, but on YouTube, I wanted to get done, you know, 150 videos, and I got 77 done or something like that, which is half. And you know what? It's been a crazy year, so, but I'll make another goal for this year. And another thing I'm going to start, which I was hoping to start this rotation off, but we'll see. Maybe I can do one tomorrow, but I want to do some DIYs, which is, I find they're so fun just to do your own embellishments. And so I want to do one of those maybe either once a week or once every couple of weeks, just to have some of that, which I think will be fun. And I'll come up with a number of pages that I want to get done, and then I'll figure out how many videos that means per week, and then I'll see if that's manageable. Like I said, the year before I did 240, which was almost a video, like almost a page a day, which was awesome. Once I have my room all set up, I'm hoping to be able to do a room tour, hopefully by the end of January is what I'm hoping. Even if I'm not all set up, I'm pretty much, you know, like the containers and stuff are where they need to be. Might be a few missing, but start to come along pretty good. My hubby's put a lot of work on building the stuff, so I got to make sure that I use it. So I want to make sure that I start coming back in here way more often, like I used to. I used to, it was an odd day if I didn't scrapbook. Whoops. And it's good for me because of the job that I have. It really helps. So I noticed that it's affected me that way too. So I know I need it. So I need to get back in here. And I think that's the main reason why too I wanted to come in here today, even though I didn't feel like it, because you just never know when things are going to happen, right? And I want stuff to be documented and have stuff done out for my kids. I'm going to put that week one somewhere. I don't know where. Wait. One show, I don't know why I start, probably because I'm thinking of, you know, medically and stuff. One show that we started watching and we absolutely love, it's a new show. It's called Pure Genius. Oh my goodness, we love the show. So it's a good show if you're looking for something to watch. It's a new show on TV. It's called Pure Genius, and it's all medical. And I love that. I love anything medical or police officer or fireman or anything like that. Some of my favorite things to watch. There's two flowers there, and I think I'm going to put this little flower here. It's a little different, but It's okay. I'm trying to use what I have. And I haven't even been on websites to look at what's new, and I know that CHA is probably coming around soon. But I'm going to try and stay away and not think about that. I really want to use that, but I don't think, unless I find another spot for something else, I don't think I'll be able to use it. I think I'll write directly on there. I don't know if I'm going to do something here or if I should cut this down. Kind of like the big, all the words though. Maybe. Is there another flower that wouldn't be as big? No, this one's bigger. Okay. Kind of like it there. Let me see. Oops. These foam letters. Love them, but they can get kind of squished. I don't know. Unless I cut that flower off, won't be able to tell. It'll just look like it ends there. There we go. Yeah, I like that much better. Okay. Is it this side or the other side? I think it's this side. Huh. So I cut the wrong leaf off. It's okay. We'll cut this one off too. Got tons of leaves around it, so there. If I want to, I can, if I must have one, I can put it back. But it's darker color that side, so I think it's supposed to come this way. Let me flip it again. Yeah. Okay. You'll probably see a little bit of the glue, but I am not going to worry about it. I still haven't unpacked my X whatever machine. Still haven't unpacked that yet, so I have no idea where it is. There. Now down here, I'll just write down everything I said. Now, let's find some maybe some enamel dots or some jewels, one or the other. Like I said, trying, oops. Huh. The glue stayed on the sheet. I can can tell you one of my goals for scrapbooking this year, oops, which is not what I'm doing today. It's not the page for scrapbooking, but it's going to be to use what I have and to be on a buying band, I guess, and to really try to just use all the stuff that I have here in my stash and use up what I have. So that's going to be the theme for 2017. I did that for the books too, like try to read the books that I have. Now, there's some books that is the next book in the series kind of thing. So I want to get those, but I'm not going to be buying like books like I was. I have enough now. Just got to read what I have. So here I'm going to be writing down all the stuff, all my goals. Like I said, this page, super quick, super easy. Oh, I have such a hard time with this thing. There we go. There. Just going to do a few splatters. And that's going to be it. I want to go back downstairs and maybe read for a bit. And then once this is dry, I'll just write down what my goals are for 2017. And that's going, like I said, easy peasy. Just using some of my old stash and just writing down what my goals are for 2017 regarding to books. So thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I came to do the journaling today. It's a different day. This is the 4th, I believe. Yeah. And then, you know, to do the journaling. And then I was putting my stuff away and I was like, oh, I didn't use this stamp set, which I had used in the last page. And so now I'm just going to take the stamp set and maybe stamp a few things. And then I'll be done. I'll do the journaling. I like to do the journaling before I put the pages away this year, so I don't end up with a bunch of pages to journal on. Excuse me. Okay, this one says, I'd rather be reading, which it's kind of how I've been feeling the last few days. Like I said, just not in the mood, I guess, to scrapbook. I did, like I said, come yesterday and I put this page quite quickly together. And I also had a massage yesterday, which was good. And then I went to the hospital to see my mother-in-law. Stayed about an hour, I guess. And so I want to see I'm going to do stamp off. I'm just going to use a couple of inks. I'm just going to use this, My Favorite Things. It's kind of a red, what's it called? Red Hot. But yeah, so if I stamp off, it looks so much lighter. So I might do that. That's too light the 3rd time, but twice would be okay. And then I got some Indian black ink, and I'm just gonna keep it to those 2 colors, the black and the red, just because that's sort of like what all my embellishments and all my papers and everything are those 2 colors. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. I just thought it'd be fun to stamp a few books down here. Remember I said yesterday it was kind of blah, and I was like, I think I'd like something else. So when I was putting my stuff away, I thought, hey, I could put some of these stamp sets, use some of those to kind of spiffy up the page a little bit. Might be a little dry, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the first one here. Oop. Better lift up that 7. There. And then I'm going to use different books now. These are supposed to be books. But I'm going to do the stamp off. So it looks, I don't know, it just kind of makes me think of like older books and stuff. So just want a couple that are really dark, and then the rest I'll just stamp off. I actually came up here to do a DIY video, so I'll do that in a minute. But like I said, I was going to do my journaling and then put this away, and I was like, you know what, it doesn't feel finished. Yesterday I don't know, when I was done yesterday, I was done. I just couldn't think anymore. So today, when I came up, and sometimes it's good to kind of walk away from it and just go, okay, yeah, I'll look at it another day. And it's fun to add just a few stamped images. I was going to say, uh-oh, what happened to that other stamp set? That's the danger of just not putting your stuff back right away, is that you can lose some stamp sets. That's okay. I'll just be careful. I don't have a lot of stuff on my desk. I did clean up everything from yesterday, so here it just says I'd rather be reading, so I'm going to put that right there, and it just blends with the typewriter thing, background. And then just going to put it down here too. And I don't want it to be equal with that. I think I'm going to put it right over the love. I'd rather be reading. Awesome. So it looks like it's behind it. Okay. So now I'm going to do the journaling. I'm not going to do it on the video because it's quite a bit, but I'll just bring it up close. And again, there's not going to be any close-ups. I don't even know where my, I think I do. I know where my board is to take the pictures, but if I'm going to get this video up, I just need to edit it and put it up, and because I'm going back to work here in a day or so, and I'd like to at least put one video up in a week. So we will talk to you soon. Bye.